November 2015, paper 1. When you simplify, you collect your x's together. So 6x take away 4x is 2x. And then that means add 1x. So 2x add 1x makes 3x. With part B, you're multiplying 5 times A, take away 6 times B. So P is 5 times A, and A is 7. So it's 5 times 7, take away 6 times B, which is 4. And 6 4s are 24. 5 7s are 35. 35 take away 24 is 11. So P equals 11. Part C, what you notice now each time is there's 3 between each coordinate. 4 add 3 is 7. 5 add 3 is 8. 6 add 3 is 9. So x add 3 equals y. So when you turn it around, y is x add 3. When you solve an equation, 3 times something is 24. So the opposite of times is divide. So 24 divided by 3 is 8. Or 3 times 8 is 24. This one here, something take away 4 is 11. So the opposite of take away 4 is add 4. So 11 add 4 is 15. Part A. If n is any number, what does the special name of numbers represent by 2n? 2n means 2 times any number. So if I tried any number, let's start with an odd number. 2 times 1 equals 2. Let's start with the next number. 2 times 2 equals 4. 2 times 3 equals 6. Every number, any whole number multiplied by 2 makes a pattern. They're all 2, 4, 6, 8. They're all types of even numbers. Question number 6. When you're plotting coordinates, you always start with the origin. You go across first and then up or down second. So in terms of this question, A is across 2 and up 1. So you're going across 2, up 1, and that's point A. B, you go across to minus 3 and down 5. So minus 3 minus 5 is down there. And C, you start a note, you go into plus 4 and then down 3. So it's plus 4, down 3, and that's where C is. Question number 7. Kitchen cupboards of the same height can be bought in different widths. So these are the widths of the cupboards. 300 millimeters, 400 millimeters, 600 millimeters, 900 millimeters, 1000 millimeters, and 1200 millimeters. 5 of them can fit exactly along a wall. So when you're working out the total length of that wall, you add them up. So you got 600, 900, another 900, another 600, and another 300. Let's add these up and see what happens. They're all zeros, all 0. 6 add 9 is 15, add 9 is 24, add 6 is 30, so it's 3,300 millimeters. Let's turn that into centimeters. There's 10 centimeters, there's 10 millimeters equals 1 centimeter. So 3,300 becomes 330 centimeters, and then there's 100 centimeters in a meter. So when I divide by 100, it becomes 3.3 meters. So the answer to that question there is 3.3 meters. Part B. Here is a wall of Susan's kitchen. She wants to put cupboards along this wall. She wants to fill in as much space as possible. Describe 2 ways of doing this where the cupboard selection of cupboards is different. You must state which cupboards you select and why you cannot fill the whole wall. So going back to the cupboards, okay? If you remember, the cupboards are 300, 400 millimeters, 600 millimeters, 900 millimeters, 1000 millimeter, 1200 millimeters. So we can't fill the wall because all the cupboards are multiples of 100. They all end in 00. So there's no way you could make 30 at the end when they're multiples of 100. Okay, so we can't fill the wall because all the cupboards are multiples of 100 Okay, and let's look at now how we can fill in as much as possible. So when we're making 3,930, okay, if we start with 1,000, we could buy 3 1,000s, which make 3,000. So we could have 3 times 1,000, which make 3,000. And then there's also 1 900, and that makes 900. And the total of that becomes 3,900. So that one is 3 of 1,000 millimeters, because that's the closest we're going to get, and 1 of 900 millimeters. Can we make 3,900 any other way? If I had another way, could be 3 12s are 36, so I could have 3 times 1,200, which is 3,600, and then add on the 300, so 1 300, and that one would also make 3,900. So 3 of 1,200 and 1 of 300 millimeters. So there are 2 ways of actually working it out. Question number 8. Sam keeps turkey in a rectangle enclosure 35 by 41. Calculate the area. It's a rectangle. So if I was doing this question, I would draw a rectangle just to help me look at it. So I got a nice clear diagram. So I got a rectangle looks like this. Okay, and now I'm going to be looking at my rectangle and saying this side is 41 meters, this one is 35, and the area of the rectangle is equal to length times width, which is 41 times 35. Okay, so we're doing 41 times 35. I would split the 41 up into 40 and 1, 30 up into 35, and I would do a little grid now to help me work it out. So when I'm working this out, I would start by doing the first box is 30 times 40. 3 times 4 is 12, 1, 2 zeros. 3 times 1 is 3, 1 0. 5 4s are 20, an extra 0, 5 1s are 5, and then I would add them together. 1,200, 1,400, 1,430, 1,435. Sam allows 10 meters squared for every turkey. So each turkey is going to take up 10 of that. So 1 would take up 10 meters squared, 2 would make it 20, 3 would make 30. So because I want to find how many turkeys fit in that area, I'm working out how many 10s go into 30, into 1,435. And the answer, when you divide by 10, it becomes 143.5. But there's not enough room for that extra half a turkey. So you can only have 143 turkeys. Right, question 9. Sam also has this field. He wants to place a fence all the way around the field. He has 250 meters of fencing. Does he have enough? So because it's around the field, this is the perimeter, the distance around the outside of the shape. So when I'm working out the perimeter of this shape, I can see I've got 2 lengths I don't know. So I've got to think about these lengths. Because the top length is 64 and this length is 30, that means that this little length across here, 30 add what makes 64. So it's 34. So this means the one on the bottom is 34 meters. And going up using a similar process, that on the left is 20. So if that's 20 that from that side, this side down here has got to be 45 take away 20, which is 25. And now I'm going to find the perimeter. So I'm going to pick up starting point. I'm going to start here and I'm going to walk around the outside. So I got 20 plus 64 plus 45 all the way down plus 34 plus 25 plus 30. Add them together. Right, that's quite easy to make a mistake in your head. So let's line up the numbers. 20, 64, 45, 34, 25 and 30. Start with a unit. 0, add 5 is 5, add 4 is 9, 14, 18, 8 down, carry the 1, 10, 1, 4, 6, 9, 13, 19, 21. So yes, he's 250 meters of fencing. He needs 218, so he has enough fencing. How much has he got left over? 250, take away 218. 0 take away 8 you can't do, so you take 1 off the 4 and that becomes 10. 10 take away 8 is 2. 4 take away 1 is 3. Okay, so he has 32 meters left over.